These Hoosiers think they know ball, but you'll show them.
Facing one of the heavyweights tonight.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. And tonight, we've got the Indiana Pacers playing against the Los Angeles Lakers. Kevin Harlan with you, joined by Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge reporting courtside. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. Taking a look at Cleveland. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And seeing where the Lakers are, they've taken this ride all the way down the stretch. Few people thought they could maintain this astonishing display of dominance.
And now the Lakers starting group. They've got Mr. Incredible, Rui Hachimura out there with LeBron James. Then there's Doncic, and it's Hayes in at the center. And for Indiana, the forward spots with Nesmith and Siakam. Halliburton in the backcourt, Nembhard to his side. And it's Turner in at the center position. This season has been full of surprises, Greg. What's surprising you most about the NBA right now?
Kevin, the game evolves constantly. I mean, the increased speed of the league, a lot more scoring. If your eyes aren't glued to the action, you might miss it.
Halliburton against Doncic. Pass to Nesmith. Trains it from beyond the arc.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Got to fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Here is Mr. Incredible. Bucket is good.
Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
For the Lakers, they won their last contest, that game against the Magic, out to the wing. Back to Nembhard. Pass to Halliburton. Off target from outside. About 1 minute into the first quarter. And the Pacers, Doris, last season trading for Pascal Siakam to complement this hungry team.
And, Kevin, it's important in a couple of ways. First of all, he's a two-time All-Star who's got a championship pedigree. The other part of this is Indiana is an equal opportunity offense, so they want to share the basketball. But Pascal brings individual playmaking and shot making, and sometimes that's a must-have in this league.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, Kevin, Rick Carlisle gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. Of course, they know they have their work cut out for them with LeBron on the court. He told me James hasn't really lost a step. He's a constant problem out there, so I'm ready to try anything, including just throwing extra bodies at him. Of course, that probably means some double teams in LeBron's immediate future. Guys?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Shots good by Siakam.
Boy, Pascal Siakam with the big-time answer from three. Nice.
Doncic passes to Hachimura. Here's James. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Coming off that win against Minnesota.
Yeah, in that game, I thought they took advantage of some sloppy play, but give them credit. They turned mistakes into points.
Well, you have to capitalize when your opponent has miscues, and give this team some credit. Every time that opponent turned it over, they capitalized.
And he banks in the layup.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Halliburton against Doncic. Halliburton passes to Turner. Siakam with it. And Nembhard has it in the corner. 4 on the clock. 3-pointer. Hachimura grabs the miss. Los Angeles leading by 3. Yep, that one goes in there.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
For Indiana, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. Pass to Nembhard. Here's Turner. Shoots the 3. And it's LeBron James with the rebound. Goes back up. And it's good on the way in. James has got his second bucket.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Now, Nembhard. Turner for 3. No good that time.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
You know, Doris, there's a notion that big men can take a little longer to develop. What have you seen from Miles Turner?
That he's turned himself into a complete basketball player, Kevin, and think there were years because he was playing alongside another big that he was out of position. But he can shoot the basketball with range, he's got strength, and he's a tremendous shot blocker.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Toppin, he's checked in for Turner. Walker comes in for Aaron Nesmith. Shepard's checked in for Andrew Nembhard. And Bones Hyland subbed in for Halliburton. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Alex Len's checked in for Hayes. Vanderbilt comes in for LeBron. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Rui Hachimura. And it's Austin Reeves in for Doncic. And here is Los Angeles now after Indiana gets the 3. Here's Boone. Pascal Siakam grabs the miss. Pacers trail by 7. And Walker kicks to Siakam. 23 seconds left here in the first quarter. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Siakam's got 5 now.
Well, this to me is where he can be a force. Siakam, a 3-level scorer in the painted area, very dangerous.
Here's Boone, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. It's been all about Luka Doncic for L.A. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be right back after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
We've got Walker. Derek Jones is out there with Obi Toppin. Then there's Tyrese Halliburton. And it's Furphy in a shooting guard. So that's the group out there for Indiana. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Mr. Incredible in their last matchup against Orlando was tremendous. He finished with 17 points and a couple of boards as well. They've been winning lately, and he's been the main reason as to why. We'll see if they can keep it up. Kevin?
Nice work, David. Thank you. Greg, he did some fantastic things in that one. He made a huge impact.
And I look for him to try and repeat that performance here tonight. I really do.
Well, I think they're going to need it. This team looks completely different when he's raised his game.
We've seen him shoot at 40% from deep for a season, so Halliburton
accurate from three-point land.
Toppin with the double team. Pass to Len. Len a screen. And here's Reeves outside. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score.
Some changes here for the Pacers. Siakam is checked in for Toppin. Aaron Nesmith comes in for Walker. And Bones Highland subbed in for Halliburton. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Vanderbilt's checked in for LeBron. Kenneth comes in for Rui Hachimura. Gabe Vincent, he's checked in for Austin Reeves. And it's Mr. Incredible in for Doncic. Siakam's shot is off.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Shots good by Mr. Incredible.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
Indiana again missing. Lakers leading by 20.
Hey, yo, right here.
Pass to connect. Vincent with it. Nembhard covering. Vincent misses. To the middle. Here's Siakam. Rebound the Lakers.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Here's Boone. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. A dominating first half of basketball. And so far, hasn't been close. Lakers on top. Just dominating this one. And we've got more action coming your way after this break.
Welcome, everyone, to tonight's show. Kicking things off, let's see some of the names on the injury list around the league.
When Tatum's not out there, the lineup takes a major hit. He's at the center of what they do offensively, and they ask him to guard the league's best wings.
No question, Shaq, a painful loss at both ends. And now, how about those first 2 quarters of play? Just a dominating performance for the Los Angeles Lakers.
They're taking the traditional approach of working it inside and then going outside. That stretched out that defense.
Yeah, it's about time. Once you establish that inside game, everything away from the bucket opens up.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. What are some of the tricks of the trade in that regard?
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, you know, getting a cadence for the screener. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
So for the Lakers right now, they've got Jackson Hayes. Doncic out there with Mr. Incredible. Then it's James. And it's Hachimura in at the 3, the small forward. Indiana moving the ball around. To the paint. Fades. Siakam misses.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Pacers obviously push the fast break. Tyrese Halliburton says the emphasis is getting outlets and running, playing fast. That's a good identity to have. It's a team that people want to play for, and it's a style you don't want to play against. You've got to be ready to play us. Kevin, the idea is for them to wear you down.
They fly, David. Baseline to baseline. They can really go. Shots good by Mr. Incredible. Mr. Incredible's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. Los Angeles making a switch here. Len's checked in. And a quick look at some of the numbers for Aaron Nesmith.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Halliburton passes to Siakam. And that one, good. 9 points for Siakam.
Well, their first basket in 4 tries. Can that trigger a little bit of good shooting here? We'll find out.
Well, certainly with one of the more unique shots in the NBA, Halliburton gets it done.
You know, Kevin, credit to Halliburton and the organizations he's played for, because a lot of them would have changed or tried to rebuild their shot. Halliburton and his organizations knew the shot worked, and he stuck with it. And now he's one of the best shooters at his position.
A nice shot by Halliburton.
Well, because he's a 3-level scorer, anywhere he is on the floor, Halliburton capable of creating jumpers.
Doncic kicks to Boone. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Pass to Nesmith. Turner with a screen on Hachimura. Here's Nesmith. The Lakers with the rebound.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Here's Boone. No good with the triple. And so it's Halliburton who brings up the ball for the Pacers. In the corner, it's Nesmith. Halliburton outside. Pass to Nembhard. A 3-pointer, no good. Lakers leading by 22. Mr. Incredible, the pass to Hachimura. Here is Mr. Incredible. Score the basket, his 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Pass to Siakam. Turner with a screen on Doncic. Halliburton. It's hauled in by LeBron. James has got 6 rebounds in the game. Hachimura kicks to Boone. And it's good. That bucket takes him to 9 for 14.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Timeout called the Pacers. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Obi Toppin's checked in for Miles Turner. Derek Jones comes in for Nesmith. Walker's checked in for Andrew Nembhard. And Bones Hyland subbed in for Halliburton. A big group substitution here for the Lakers. Vanderbilt's checked in for Alex Len. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for James. Connect, he's checked in for Rui Hachimura. And it's Austin Reeves in for Luka Doncic.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
To the wing right side. Pass to Connect. From the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Connect's got 5 now.
And when you need a bucket from outside, Connect is your man.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Toppin. Finney-Smith defending. Toppin, good. 5 points in the game.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Here is Mr. Incredible. 1 second left. The 3 quarters of play all in the books. And this one all but over already. Los Angeles on top, opening up a huge gap. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
Making a change here. Nembhard's checked in, and Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for Alex Len. LeBron comes in for Vanderbilt. Hachimura is checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Mr. Incredible in for Connect. Jones dishes to Toppin. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Los Angeles leading by 23. Halliburton in the backcourt. Nembhard to his side. Toppin is out there with Derek Jones. And it's Walker in at the 3. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Hachimura the pass to Boone. 6 to shoot. Over Halliburton. Hits the front of the rim and out. Indiana's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Hayes has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
1 made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
And the shot goes down.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Halliburton deciding where to go with it. The NBA has always been a star-driven league, Greg, and that's reflected in team strategies now more than ever before.
It is. All over the league, teams now building their systems around their stars, surrounding them with complementary players and running the offense through them as much as possible.
He gets it in there.
A monster down low. LeBron James, the rare package of skill, size, and athleticism.
Nembhard, the pass to Jones. Some nice passing here by Indiana. From deep, Walker. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Walker's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. LeBron passes to Boone. It's hauled in by Tyrese Halliburton. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. Pass to Toppin. Nembhard with it. And here's Halliburton. Covered by Hayes. Back to Nembhard. Walker a screen. A shot by Nembhard, no good. Los Angeles has gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Lakers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And you have to love the effort this team plays with night in and night out, win after win this year, and they have earned it. Tonight will make it 62 wins on the year for them.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Luka Doncic.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Down low. The kick out to Walker. Halliburton passes to Nembhard. From the stripe. Lakers with the rebound. Guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
Hey, yo, right here.
Now, Vincent. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
That's right, MP. They can't stop you.
Another day, another win. Good work. Win this thing so we can get some Italian beef sandwiches.
These are the games you have to win to be taken seriously.
You can take him. I just know it.
MP, you got this.
It's a very special day on the calendar, Noche Latina, commemorating the NBA's connection to Latin heritage and culture. And tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls going up against the Los Angeles Lakers. This is Brian Anderson. Joining me, analysts Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, and reporter Allie LaForce. And towards the end of this year, a great time to check out our rookie race. Which newcomers have made the biggest impact on their teams? Hey, look at Buzelis. There were a few bright spots during the season for him, but overall, just not enough to bring him up towards the top.
And how much fun has it been watching these rookies develop and grow over the course of the year?
Well, it's incredible just how much they have grown from wide-eyed newcomers to grizzly veterans over the course of just one season.
And now the Los Angeles starters. LeBron James out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Luka Doncic. Then there's Jackson Hayes. And it's Mr. Incredible in at the 2. And for the Bulls, Williams and Vucevic are inside. Kobe White out there with Ball. And it's Dosunmu in at the 3 slot. Well, it's fair to say we can expect a bruising battle between these two, Grant.
Yeah, these are two teams that dare you to bring the ball at them. They both feast on the defensive side, so don't expect any scoring records broken in this one.
Ball passes to Williams. Dosunmu outside, takes a 3. Rebounded by LeBron. It 1 for 1 to start the game.
At this point in time, you have to understand that if LeBron James is on the inside, he has so many ways to beat you. A little contact's not going to do anything.
Now here's Ball. Checking his numbers, he's put up a little over 9 points a game. Dosunmu outside, 6 on the shot clock. Vucevic in the post. He's against Hayes. And he comes up with a bucket.
Not stopping Vucevic that time, powering through the defenders.
Richard, when it comes to the Bulls, they have one of the most committed fan bases in the league.
Yeah, the Chicago fans are for real. The Bulls are routinely at the top of the list for total attendance. Even on the road, there are usually Bulls fans sprinkled in every crowd.
James finds Doncic. Over Ball. And it's Doncic missing.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Vucevic, a screen on Doncic. And Ball gets it to go.
This is why Ball takes a good amount of threes, because he's very accurate and confident from there.
On the wing, Finney-Smith. He's covered by Dosunmu. Unloads. And James gets it to go.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now here's Vucevic. And he's been a big part of their offense, averaging more than 18 points a game. Outside, Finney-Smith. Williams against James. Outside, Finney-Smith. Kept alive. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Look, everybody always wants to compliment LeBron James on the glass. Well, he should be. He's huge, but he knows how to use that body effectively.
Now, here's Williams. 15 in his last outing.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with head coach Billy Donovan. I asked Coach what it's like facing LeBron now versus earlier in his career, and he quickly responded, not much. He's still extremely difficult to game plan for. Even at this stage of his career, he remains a dominant force. So limiting his production will be crucial for them in this matchup, guys.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Grant, how about Kobe White? Going from a bench player to one of the league leaders in minutes.
Yeah, Kobe played more than 35 minutes per game last season. Top 10 in the league. We saw White hit another level, so he has an exciting future in front of him.
Now, here is James. 6 points for him. Hayes with a screen on White. And here's Doncic outside. Fires in the triple.
Along with everything else, Doncic is a knockdown three-point shooter.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. And a new group getting ready for Chicago. Smith, he's checked in for Nikola Vucevic. Phillips comes in for Williams. Robinson, he's checked in for Dosunmu. And it's Jones in for Ball. And a new group getting ready for the Lakers. Lynn's checked in for Hayes. Vanderbilt comes in for James. Hachimura's checked in for Finney-Smith. And Reeves is subbed in for Doncic. Now here's White. And Reeves pulls it down. Outside Vanderbilt. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. He misses the free throw. Dosunmu, he's checked in for Chicago. Good on the second one. And his defenses have adjusted to Austin Reeves scoring. Richard, he's countered with the pass.
Austin Reeves doesn't get enough credit for how good his handle is, how much it's improved. It's allowed for him to score, get into different places, and make these passes.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Mr. Incredible. Good. The Bulls trail by 3. There's 39 seconds left in the first. Such a wide open look. Smith's got 5 now.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them. And there it is for him.
Looks like it could be a big night for him. Very strong start here in the first quarter.
And so it's White with it. He brings it up for Chicago. The Lakers beat them last time when these two met in Los Angeles.
Big loss in their last meeting with this team. Couldn't get anything to fall in that one.
Misses in close.
That's just a bucket. Look, you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss those.
Here's Mr. Incredible. Defended by Jones. Tipped. He's off on that one. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. The Lakers on top. They lead by 2. And the second quarter is on its way when we return. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. What do you guys think about Los Angeles here in this one?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
Trey Jones is out there with Duncan Robinson. Then there's Ayo Dosunmu. Then there's Talen Horton-Tucker. And it's Smith in at the center. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. Outside Jones. Pass to Smith. Here's Robinson. James with the rebound. James has got 4 rebounds in the game. On the wing, Reeves. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots. Money from the wing. Reeves has got his first bucket in this one.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Pass to Smith. Now here's Horton-Tucker. Fires the 3. And they recover it. Picked by Smith. For 3. Rebound by the Lakers. And this team is in a fantastic rhythm right now. They've won 17 straight games.
There's a lot of players who will say they don't take notice of a budding winning streak. But when it's double digits, everyone knows. Winning streaks are a lot harder than people think because every single team wants to be the one to take you down.
And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, B.A., I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches. But the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run. And honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court like that.
Now here's Dosunmu. Picked by Smith. Dosunmu, pass to Smith, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hachimura.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He's still got a good outcome.
Vucevic, he's checked in for Chicago. Williams comes in for Horton Tucker. Hayes is checked in for the Lakers. Doncic comes in for Reeves. And it's James inside.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They've got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Nikola Vucevic has seen a lot in his decade plus in the league, and he said the game has changed. Now you have centers that can pass, put the ball on the floor, make plays, and shoot threes, play like guards. And you can't get stuck in time. You have to be able to adjust.
Allie, he's certainly got the skill level. RJ, when you talk about Vucevic, is he the best NBA player ever to come from Switzerland?
There is an argument to be made. He has the most points by any Swiss-born player by far and the only All-Star game appearances.
And Los Angeles making a change here. Finney Smith's checked in. Jones from outside. And the three-pointer goes. Jones has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Pass to connect. Hayes with it. Doncic outside. Over Jones. And again, it's the Lakers. 1:57 left to play in the first half. And here's Robinson. Robinson, a screen on Hayes. Smith outside. Outside Jones. 5 to shoot. Vucevic against Hayes. They grab their own miss. And the shot goes down. Vucevic has gotten 4 this quarter.
On the interior, Vuce, look, this man has so many moves to account for.
And he lobs it up to the rim. And finished off by Hayes.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. Here's Jones, following the score by Los Angeles. And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. For Chicago, Dosunmu, he's checked in for Smith. White comes in for Robinson. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Jones. 1:10 left in the first half of this one. Ball taking his time here. There's the three. It's rebounded by Mr. Incredible. Los Angeles leading by 6. Finney Smith inside. He's covered by Dosunmu. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Back to Ball. Vucevic, a screen on Doncic. The Bulls with another miss. For Los Angeles, they've gotten each of their 6 shots to fall here in the second. Finney Smith. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup. And the Lakers lead by 10.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And it's Dorian Finney-Smith with the foul. That's his first foul. Doncic against Ball. Pass to Dosunmu. 5 on the clock. Here's Vucevic from 13 feet. Down it goes. Vucevic has got 6 here in the quarter.
I'll tell you, when he rises up to shoot and with his height advantage, he knows he's going to get a clean look.
Yeah, the defender just lacks the reach to be able to contest him properly.
And so it's Los Angeles finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. Back after this.
Hello, folks. The first half is in the books, and we've got a lead on the scoreboard for the Los Angeles Lakers. Guys, I want to talk about something else for just a second. Is it me, or have the alternative jerseys around the league gotten a little too creative?
I wish you wear an alternative jersey every once in a while, Ernie.
Yeah, man. You know, your threads are getting a little bit stale. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, what's up with this? I just asked a basketball question, and now it's a personal attack. I'm done with you two. And fellas, going back to that first half action, LeBron James was in complete control.
Well, this is nothing new. LeBron James wreaking havoc. A lot of these young players grew up watching him do this. Now they get to experience it firsthand.
I'm going to go out on a limb here, but I'd say they'd much rather watch him dominate than experience it. That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. You know, LeBron James has been exceptional here, guys.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
The question now is, will the defense keep letting him punish them inside? Or did Coach have some new ideas for them?
And Doncic has got the ball here for Los Angeles. And so in the game for Los Angeles, James is out there with Hayes. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Luka Doncic. And it's Mr. Incredible in at the 2. Now here's Finney-Smith. And yep, it's good. Finney-Smith's got his third bucket of the night.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
White, the pass to Vucevic. To Sumu on the wing. Pass to Vucevic. You know, in today's day and age of basketball, big men who can shoot it from outside are so valuable. Here are some of the best outside shooters from that position this season. LeBron James, number 1.
Big men who can stretch the floor come at a premium. He's a poster child for that.
And that one falls for Vucevic.
What makes Vuce so tough is the combination of size and athleticism. Defenses are always trying to figure him out. That's why this man is a double-double every night. Some big guys struggle at the line, not him. He's put in the work to defy that assumption.
Here's Mr. Incredible. He's got 7.
And that's a low percentage shot, and I'm sure he knows it.
And those are the type of shots that just drive coaches crazy. Look, I wouldn't be shocked to see him sitting on the bench if he tries that bad boy again.
Now here's Doncic. 5 points in the game. And a miss there on the triple.
1 for 4 in the second half. Just trying to get into a rhythm.
Pass the ball. Down low. Here's Vucevic. Yes, sir. And it's Ball with the assist that time. Vucevic has gotten 4 this quarter.
Doing exactly what you expect. Vuce setting a solid screen that gets things going.
Back to Doncic. Luka! Get off me!
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Outside, Williams. Nasumu outside. White with it. Still no points. It's Hayes with the rebound.
Their strong work ethic has been evident on the glass. Really getting after it and being physical.
He shoots. And it's cleared by Vucevic.
He hasn't had his best game, but they've gotten enough production elsewhere, so it hasn't really mattered.
Back to Ball. From deep. Rebounded by the Lakers.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
James passes to Mr. Incredible. From the high post. He can't get that one to fall.
It's been that kind of quarter for him. The shot has just been unreliable.
And there's the foul. It's on Jackson Hayes. That's his 3rd foul so far. And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He wants to review the game plan.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively.
Los Angeles leading by 6. They've got Duncan Robinson, also Trey Jones out there. Smith out there with Talen Horton-Tucker. And it's Phillips in at power forward. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls.
And they keep attacking from the three-point range here in the second half.
And the Bulls shooting a solid 47%. And here's Jones. Pass to Robinson. Up and in on the layup.
That lack of defensive intensity is not going to stop a player of his caliber from scoring.
Here's Mr. Incredible, defended by Jones. Doncic against Robinson. Now here's Doncic, tightly guarded. Look at Doncic going to work. So tough to handle inside.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
Jones, the pass to Smith. Now Robinson. Pass to Phillips. Launches a 3. Rebound, the Lakers. Hayes has got 4 rebounds now. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. Mr. Incredible, no good.
It hasn't been his best game, but his team is still doing just enough to be up.
Here's Horton-Tucker. Picked by Smith. Horton-Tucker, the pass to Robinson. Back to Horton-Tucker, 6 to shoot. 18 feet out, and it goes straight through with a swish. The Lakers lead by 7. Here's Mr. Incredible. He puts up a 3. Can't hit that one. Now here's Horton-Tucker. Pass to Jones. Here's Phillips. Here's Robinson. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
They've been hitting consistently from mid-range all game. It's been a big part of their offensive production in this one.
And also attacking in transition has been working for them. I mean, credit them for running the break well and being opportunistic.
Here's Mr. Incredible, pounded by Ball. Doncic outside. Luka against resistance.
And how about the handles Luka has? Phenomenal at creating scoring opportunities for himself.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. Chicago making a switch here. Williams is checked in. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Billy Donovan was saying to the team. Coach asked his team, can anyone knock down a 3? Reminding them three-point shooting will open up the floor, make things easier in the half-court offense. Everyone loves making threes. Missing? Not so much. BA?
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. To the middle. Puts it up from 12. And again, no good by Chicago. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter here. Outside, Finney-Smith. James deciding where to go with it. Fades. There, LeBron for 3.
When you're guarding LeBron, you have to give him something. So the King, well, he'll take a three-point basket.
Doncic against Ball. Here's Vucevic. Looking to end the run. Tips it. Great positioning on the putback.
He'll be around the rim. Defense has always got to know his whereabouts.
Here's Doncic. They've got time on their side here, Grant.
And if they're smart, they'll milk the clock a little. Well, now it's just a matter of watching the sand fall through the hourglass. This game is wrapped up in a strong showing for the Lakers.
They were the more accurate club, and in the end, that made the difference, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you have to love their strategy. And even more, you love the execution.
And their win total will climb a little higher once this one's official. It'll be their 63rd win of the year.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Luka Doncic.
He really managed to shine on both ends of the floor, finding lots of opportunities to affect the game and make an impact.
James, that's good.
This is what winning is all about, playing your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
Shoots it from the high post. No good. And so it's the Lakers easily grabbing this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Now, shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
You earned that one.
Good win. Let's keep it going. Great music, great ribs. This is one city.
Fans live for games like this one.
It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan, and we're joined by our reporter, David Aldridge, on the sidelines. Let's check out the standings in the Western Conference and see how the playoff race is shaping up. You look at the Lakers, very strong season they've had, always at or near the top of the conference, and right now they're in first place in contention for that, exactly where they want to be as they close in on the postseason. And, of course, the Grizzlies, not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And I think for the Lakers, they're not an opponent any team wants to see on their schedule. They've been producing all season long. And, guys, I don't see them slowing down anytime soon.
Well, if you're able to strike fear into your opponent before even stepping on the floor, you're doing something right.
And now the Lakers starting group. Mr. Incredible is out there with Luka Doncic. Then it's LeBron James. Then there's Hayes. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. And for Memphis, Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing.
Here we go.
Jackson is out there with Edey. And it's Wells in at the small forward. so Memphis will get the first possession. So, Greg, it doesn't get much better than this, does it? Major playoff implications in this one tonight.
Both teams have a lot on the line in this contest. Seeding in the postseason can make or break a team's chances.
And by now, we know how much it would mean to NP to win Rookie of the Year. He recognizes he's only got one shot at it.
And with the way he's been playing, I'd say he's already got one hand on the trophy. He's done everything that's been asked of him and more. He's earned the respect not just from his fellow rookies, but from most of the veterans around the league as well. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Here's Edey. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Pass to Wells. 5 to shoot. No good on the triple.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
Here's LeBron. No luck, they battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down.
Well, this isn't the start they wanted. Need to just settle down and move the ball for better shots.
Edey gets the bucket.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Doncic passes to Boone. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, you want to be aggressive and get the other guys on their heels.
Now here's Jackson. The game against Oklahoma City, very impressive.
And Jackson Jr. takes a good number of threes for a reason, because he's confident in his ability to drain it from here.
Here's LeBron, 4-point game. Now Doncic, he's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Mr. Incredible in their last matchup against the Bulls stepped up and delivered. He scored 10 points and a couple of boards as well. Games like he had have been a big part of this team's hot streak. They'll look to keep it going tonight. Kevin?
Thanks, David. He took command, and Greg really led the fight for his team.
You like someone who's willing to take control, but then again, tonight could turn out to be a different story.
Yeah, so now the question is, can he do it again? Playing like that consistently is not easy.
Bane kicks to Wells. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. LA's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Out to Doncic. Back to James. Shoots over Morant. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
And nice touch from the inside. I'm a fan of when LeBron just burrows his way inside and takes advantage.
And it's Taylor Jenkins calling timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Clark, he's checked in for Edey. Luke Kennard comes in for Wells. And Pippen subbed in for John Morant. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Lenz checked in for Jackson Hayes. Vanderbilt comes in for James. Hachimura, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Austin Reeves in for Luka Doncic.
At his height, Jackson Jr. just needs to be assertive to successfully attack inside.
Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Len with a screen on Kennard. Here's Reeves. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. And Pippen pulls it down. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. They trail by 1. Hachimura against Bane. Outside for Pippen. Fires from deep. Rebound the Lakers. They're in the midst of an unbelievable streak right now. 18 straight wins. Just remarkable.
Well, just to be able to be on the call and see these guys in person is a real treat. They've been the talk of the NBA during this streak. The question now becomes, can they sustain the focus and level of intensity? They are looking quite comfortably in control, so it's going to be interesting to see.
And that does it for the first quarter. The Lakers on top, up 4. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. And for those of you So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Marvin Bagley's checked in for Brandon Clark. Jackson comes in for Jackson. Wells, he's checked in for Bane. And it's Ja Morant in for Pippen. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for Alex Len. Vanderbilt comes in for Connect. Vincent's checked in for Austin Reeves. And it's Mr. Incredible in for Luka Doncic. So stand the Grizzlies trio of Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, and Jaren Jackson Jr. From the outside looking in, what a great base going forward.
I agree with that, Kevin. Look, not only are those 3 outstanding individual players, but they complement each other so well. There's such a great fit with those 3 guys. That's a great base for the future.
They've got Marvin Bagley, Luke Kennard out there with Ja Morant. Then there's Wells, and it's Jackson in at the power forward. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Hachimura, the screen. Vincent, a three-pointer is right on target. And it's a 10-point Laker lead.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Jackson looking it over. Back to Morant. Over Boone. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the shot they were looking for. You got to keep the ball moving in that situation.
Bagley sets a screen for Kennard. The Grizzlies with another miss. Los Angeles leading by 10. Over to the left wing. Here is Mr. Incredible, guarded by Morant. Vincent with it. Pass to Hachimura. Drops in the layup for 2. Hachimura's got the lead up to 12 now for Los Angeles.
I love how under control Hachimura is. Able to push his way through the contact and score. Nice work.
Count that bucket.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Here's Boone. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Mr. Incredible's got 8 points. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers. 13 points up at the end of the period. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. A clinic in execution so far, as it's been a dominant showing for the Los Angeles Lakers.
A key part of this one, their bench production. Those guys can heat it up in a hurry. Give the starters a little rest. Can't ask for more than that.
Wash, rinse, repeat. You guys wouldn't understand that because it involves shampooing. And shifting our focus now, a breakdown of the injuries around the league.
When Tatum's not out there, the lineup takes a major hit. He's at the center of what they do offensively, and they ask him to guard the league's best wings.
No question, Shaq, a painful loss at both ends. That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more Hoops action.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Mr. Incredible with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
And we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks? Yeah, payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof. But look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security.
Taking a look at the Lakers. We've got Luka Doncic. James is out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then there's Mr. Incredible, and it's Hayes in at the center position. Picked by Finney-Smith. Pass to Mr. Incredible. But Grizzlies pull it in. Celtics will be coming into town for the next game. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it. But look, David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus. And that one's good, Morant.
Well, normally Morant is scoring off the dribble. It's good to see him being effective off the ball.
You can see, and Coach, you can feel Ja Morant's star power, and his presence on the floor is such a factor. It affects the game.
Yeah, it sure does. And it even affects the energy in the building. His play is so dynamic, athletic, energetic. I mean, you can't sit and watch a Ja game. He's going to get you on your feet.
He is one of a kind for sure. And it's Taylor Jenkins calling timeout here. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. And Los Angeles with some changes. Alex Len comes in for Jackson Hayes. And it's Austin Reeves in for Doncic. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Bane looking around. The shot by Wells, no good. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points, and good that time.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Connect, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith, and this is his first trip to the line tonight.
The feel LeBron has for the game, unreal. Whatever situation he finds himself in, he always seems to have an answer.
Pass to Edey. Memphis moving it around. And it's Morant missing.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
That shot, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Gets it to fall. The bucket from Bane.
Just look at the body of Bane. He's so strong, and that helps him down low.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Here is Mr. Incredible. He's got 12. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Pass to Bane. 1:37 left in the third quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Jackson, a screen on Reeves. Drains the three-pointer. Bane's got 5 points now this quarter.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Kennard's checked in. The Lakers also changing it up. Vanderbilt's checked in for Len. And Rui Hachimura's subbed in for James. Good on the three-point shot.
Well, that's now his third triple of the game. First here in this second half.
Now here's Morant. 7 points in the game. Inside. Fires it up. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Los Angeles leading by 19. Hachimura the pass to Boone. Reeves in the corner. And another 3 for the Lakers.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Morant. He drains the quick shot. Morant's got 9.
Yeah, a lot of guys now are not comfortable in that mid-range area, but Morant is. He'll take that shot when it's there.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the third. Hachimura the screen. Here's Reeves. Lays it up and banks it in. Reeves has got his third bucket of the night.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
And that one's good. Morant.
Well, he was scuffling with this shot in the first half, but since the break, he's been putting it all together.
Vanderbilt setting the pick for Reeves. Again, Los Angeles.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
And so it's Los Angeles, cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Back to the action in just a minute. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Wells is out there with Jaren Jackson. Then it's Brandon Clark. Then it's Pippen. And it's Kennard in at the 2 guard. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Clark kicks to Kennard. Knocks down the 3 ball. Kennard's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, give Kennard room at the arc, and he will quickly live up to his reputation as a shooter.
James looking it over. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge
lead. Reeves against Kennard. Here's the floater. And it's Reeves getting it to go. Stan, isn't it terrific? We're seeing these great stars in the NBA extending their careers more than ever before.
We certainly are, Kevin, and it's great for the league. The league keeps getting younger, though. These guys come into the league earlier, but I think what players have learned, it's not even just the basketball part. It's the strength and conditioning. It's the nutrition. They've taken care of themselves better, and that allows them to last longer. Well, you talk about Luke Kennard. He shot 49% for a season from beyond the arc. Led the league in three-point percentage back-to-back years. Kennard is so valuable.
James in the post, guarded by Jackson. And it seems a new era is upon us, GA. A lot of young stars and young teams vying for the status of household names.
Kevin, the casual fans might have to update their frame of reference, right? Especially since a lot of these new stars are playing in smaller markets.
Greg, we've heard some veteran players and coaches say the league is skewing too young.
Well, because of the salary cap, you're often forced to play some younger guys, and they don't quite have a feel for the game yet. So possibly the product suffers, but it also gives you a chance to develop these young players in your system.
Here's Edey. Memphis moving that ball around. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Wells.
Wow, Jackson Jr. lightning quick.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Here's Boone. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
Well, we've all had those as coaches. That's a no, 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 yes type of shot.
Pass to Jackson.
Yeah, Jackson Jr. understands how to get to the line. Good at using his size to force defenders to compromise.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Lakers.
Well, I love how they're attacking the rim. That will usually force defenses to collapse and open up a lot of outside shots.
And on top of that, they've really been dialed in from deep, just dropping triple after triple.
Doncic finds Hayes. And he lobs it up toward the rim, takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Man, you gotta respect Luka's passing skills. Just a multi-talented player who is all about sharing the basketball.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Outside, Bane. Back to Morant. Hey, Coach Van Gundy, what advice would you give to the teams that are rebuilding around their young players?
Well, generally, Kevin, what I would say is get some veteran leadership, some veteran presence on your team also, so that you have guys that can show the young guys what professionalism is and help them in their adjustment to the NBA.
Yeah, getting the right kind of veteran, right, with the right kind of message.
That's a great point. Just having an older guy is not the answer.
Bane, no good.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Lakers.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And the one thing that stood out about these guys all season long, their resiliency to come out and play hard and win games. We've watched some epic battles that they've played, and tonight will mark their 64th win in the year. Something else.
And you could tell they were ready for this one today, guys. There was something extra on the line, and they wanted it.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for LeBron.
He has really stood out tonight with his work on the glass. You can see the extra effort coming through.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Doncic, here we go. And the shot goes in.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Morant.
Well, that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. See you next time.
Hey, how you doing? Joe, let's start with you.
Another great game against a fellow top rookie, and it looks like you're a lock to take home Rookie of the Year honors. So with the season winding down and looking back on everything you've accomplished so far, where does dominating your rookie class rank?
You know, Joe, I don't know if I can rank it, but that's been a goal of mine from the beginning. 82 games is a marathon, not a sprint, and having smaller goals along the way helps you keep your eyes on the ones that can sometimes feel distant.
All right.
Thank you.
Come on, MP. Way to bring the effort tonight.
Good job, MP. That's going to win you some new
Way to
fans.
bring home that W. long season. Time to grab that lunch pail and go to work.
MP, you're about to go off.
And as the Lakers entered the building, there was a fierce look in their eyes. That's the look of a team out to defend its home court. Tonight, the league and all of us here at 2K Sports celebrate Noche Latina, an opportunity to spotlight the amazing Latin culture in the NBA and its global fan base. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers going up against the Houston Rockets. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce is our reporter. And a look at the stats for Jabari Smith.
He's been really dialed in from deep during these last 5 games. Looking assertive and in control every time he rises up to shoot from beyond the three-point line. And it's been fun to watch.
Here are the starters for Houston. Van Vliet and Green, they're manning the backcourt. Thompson out there with Tari Eason. And it's Smith in at the 5, down low. And for the Lakers, LeBron James out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Luka Doncic. Then there's Hayes. And it's Mr. Incredible in at the shooting guard position. And Clark, the playoffs just around the corner. How many teams do you think have a legit shot to win it all?
Well, when you talk about championship teams, I think there's 5 or 6 teams that have the ingredients to win 16 games. There is a component of luck and health that goes into that. You got to be top flight to go the distance.
It'll be the Rockets off the tip. On the wing, Green. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. And guys, they're up to 19 straight now. What a remarkable run.
This team, I tell you, is doing a heck of a job actually putting their name against some of the best names in the NBA's history when you talk about winning streaks. I mean, these kind of streaks do not happen often, and there's a lot going right for this group right now.
Here's Thompson following the score by Los Angeles. Eason, the pass to Green. 3 on the clock. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Showing off his inside game, which will complement Green's game on the outside. It'll force defenders to have to guard him in different places on the floor.
Now here's Finney-Smith. Pass to Hayes. From 20 feet. Here's Doncic. And good work on the boards as they picked up the second chance points.
Boy, there is no quit in Doncic. He competes every play, every game.
Well, last season we saw Luka Doncic score 73 points, tied for 4th most in NBA history, Clark.
B.A., he is so special, and the thing about the 73 he got, it was the most efficient 70-point game in league history. And with how offense-heavy the league is going, I wouldn't put it past him to go north of Kobe Bryant's mark of 81 at some point. He's got that kind of ability.
And the Rockets with possession here, following the score by Los Angeles. Now here's Finney-Smith. Doncic outside. Up and over Smith. Here's the second effort, and James finishes it off.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
Now here's Van Vliet. Left side, Green. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
You know, currently they're just 1 of 5 from the field. That's not going to get it done.
To the paint. Here's Hayes. The shot's good on the assist by James.
They're really working the paint now.
Well, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And the Rockets call time here. And Clark, what's incredible about LeBron? He makes as big of an impact off the court as he does on it.
B.A., I think it's going to be one of the great case studies when he's all done playing, how he's impacted the game and uplifted people across the country and world. He's a tremendous advocate for social justice. He's obviously a shrewd and successful businessman, and he's been a vocal leader who also leads by example. He's actually epitomizing the change he'd like to see in other folks and inspiring along the way.
Outside, Green. Van Vliet on the wing. They need this. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net.
You can't play off of Van Vliet too much because he'll burn you off the catch and shoot.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, Mr. Incredible in their last matchup against the Grizzlies delivered quite a performance. He tallied 21 points, and he was very efficient from the field. He and his team are really clicking right now, and you'd love to see that momentum carry them through the rest of the year. Guys?
Okay, Allie, thanks. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to carry them, B.A. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this one. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
He's looking pretty unsettled at the moment. Doesn't seem like he has a great feel for his shot.
A minute and a half left in the first quarter. Hits the three-pointer.
He still hasn't missed. 4 for 4 to start the game.
Yeah, he's setting himself up to be their go-to guy today.
They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
And it's hammered home by Green.
Once he takes flight, Green can make some incredible moves in the air.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Lenz checked in for Hayes. Vanderbilt comes in for James. Hachimura's checked in for Finney-Smith. And Reeves is subbed in for Doncic. And Houston will go for a different look here. Steven Adams checked in for Smith. Dylan Brooks comes in for Eason. Whitmore's checked in for Thompson. And Holiday subbed in for Van Vliet. And the basket by Hachimura.
This run has been fueled by their Matador defense.
Holiday passes to Brooks. Here's Whitmore. Left side, Holiday. Outside, Green. Just 5 on the clock. Late clock. Houston's got to hurry. Adams. The Lakers with a rebound.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
Here's Mr. Incredible. Coming in off 21 points in his last outing.
And that's a low percentage shot, and I'm sure he knows it.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
Reeves, the pass to Hachimura. Here's Len. The three. Knocks down the long J.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, Lakers look pretty much in control here.
Great offensive energy in that period. They're clearly on a mission.
Yeah, I agree. That was a flawless offensive performance so far. I mean, the shots have been falling. They're making good decisions. That's a nice recipe there.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. Shepard is out there with Cam Whitmore. Then it's Dillon Brooks. Then it's Thompson. And it's Adams in at the center, locking down the middle.
That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that boy's going to hit his head on the rim one day. Oh.
Pass to James. Doesn't drop. He's 4 for 5. Rockets trail by 14. And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too. It was a rough start for them scoring the ball, but they look like now they're really finding their rhythm and flow.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
Here's Mr. Incredible. He's been contributing over 15 a game. And that one's good. James has got 11.
Taking it right at the rack. I mean, that defense is looking real frustrated.
Well, they should be. I mean, it has not been a good performance for them at that end of the floor.
Timeout called. Houston. And Los Angeles making a change here. Doncic checked in. Smith, he's checked in for Houston. Fred VanVleet comes in for Shepard. So it's the Los Angeles Lakers going into the break up 12. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball inside, but this is how you do it. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Hey folks, let's kick this halftime show off by checking out the Players of the Week. In the Western Conference, Victor Wembanyama.
Tremendous effort lately for this guy. Victor, 7'4". This dude is 7'4". Folks, I mentioned because skills-wise, he's kind of like a small forward.
Lots of great NBA players from France, but he has a good shot at being the best of that group. And let's talk now about the game we've been watching. What a terrific first half for the Lakers.
I mean, when you go inside and impose your will this way, you're delivering a gut punch.
Yeah, there's a whole other half to go, but the way they're winning this makes them the heavy favorite now. Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Boy, really an incredible game here from Luka Doncic.
And he was a beast on the offensive glass in that first half. How can they slow him down?
And you know what, guys? I think it starts with having a body on him every time a shot goes up. I mean, they've got to do a better job boxing out.
Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with LeBron James. Then there's Jackson Hayes. Then it's Luka Doncic. And it's Mr. Incredible in at the 2 spot. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
B.A. Fred VanVleet said, I've been a leader on pretty much every team that I've ever played for. I'm a leader in life. It's just something you either have or you don't. Something you got to work at. Some guys will gravitate towards it and some won't. Brian, is it that simple?
Well, I think most of his teammates value what he has to say, for sure. But Grant, as you always say, in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, B.A. And in a 7-game series, defenses disrupt your set offense. If your stars can go mano-a-mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get.
Starting slow in this half, 0 for 3 so far.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Now here's Doncic. He's got 15. Count it. Good.
There it is, the first basket of the half after missing their first 3 attempts.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Thompson outside. Pass to Eason. The 3. It's Hayes with the rebound. Hayes has got 5 rebounds in the game. If you look at rebounding rate, Tari Eason is one of the best in the NBA, Clark.
Yeah, you think about rate, it basically looks at what percentage of rebounds do you get while you're on the floor. And Eason is prolific in terms of boards per minute, uses his 6'8" frame well, and he's gobbling up rebounds at well under 1 every 3 minutes. That's a lot of heavy lifting there, folks.
Scoreless in their first 5 attempts since halftime. It's getting ugly.
Pass to Hayes. Count it.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Houston calls timeout.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Some changes for Los Angeles. Lenz checked in for Hayes. Hachimura comes in for Finney-Smith. And Austin Reeves is subbed in for Doncic. Dylan Brooks checked in for the Rockets. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Back to Thompson. From 7 feet away, the shot's good. Thompson's gotten his second bucket.
You see there, Thompson does a good job of sneaking into the lane and finishing.
Here's Mr. Incredible, guarded by Van Vliet. James against Brooks. Just 5 to shoot. Hey, that's a shot he doesn't shoot very often. Mr. Incredible's got 6. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Thompson outside. Inside, here's Van Vliet. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, Van Vliet likes to work up close and personal at the basket, always ready to take it inside.
Now here's Reeves. Taking a look at his production, averaging just over 8 points a game. Screen by James. From 18 feet away. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. Reeves has got his second bucket of the night.
You know, Reeves doesn't overload on the mid-range shots, but he's smart enough to take them when they're available.
Three-pointer, Van Vliet. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. James has got 5 rebounds in the game.
It has not been his game so far. I mean, he's trying his best, giving great effort, but little has gone his way.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. They're going to keep pulling away.
And the basket by Van Vliet.
He drilled 1 from deep in the first half, doing it again here in the second.
The Lakers lead by 18. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Brooks against James.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And this year, they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
Both free throws good from James. Green for three. The shot comes out. And as we conclude the third, pretty much a blowout here. It's been a one-sided affair. It's Los Angeles just dominating this one. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. We've got Steven Adams, Aaron Holiday out there with Cam Whitmore. Then it's Dylan Brooks, and it's Thompson in at the 3. Now here's Hayes. Here's Mr. Incredible. Three-pointer, no good. Up top, Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
That is Thompson's game, rocking the rim and giving his team some energy.
Here's Mr. Incredible. He's covered by Holiday.
He hasn't helped the cause with his shooting, but his teammates have had his back.
Thompson attacking. With the 10-footer. And it's off the back of the rim. No good. The Lakers lead by 15. Here's Mr. Incredible. Soft touch off the glass.
Yeah, the first half was one to deep 6 or forget, but in the second half, he's looked a lot better.
We played just over a minute here in the 4th. Outside Whitmore. Back to Holiday. Rebounded by the Lakers. Hayes has got 6 rebounds here tonight, and it's Adams missing. For Los Angeles, they've gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the 4th. Pass to Mr. Incredible. Drops in the layup for 2. Mr. Incredible's gotten 4 this quarter.
Boy, he's been a different player here in the second half, looking much more comfortable on the offensive end.
Holiday passes to Thompson. Adams with the ball. Outside Whitmore. Shot clock at 6. Thompson, a screen on Reeves. Here's Whitmore outside. He buries it from 3.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Here's Mr. Incredible. Pass to connect. Now Hayes. To the inside. Here's Mr. Incredible. Off the left rim and out. Rockets trail by 16. Thompson outside. From 13, it's Hayes with the rebound. The Lakers have gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Outside Vanderbilt. Back to Reeves. 4-3. Connects from downtown. And the Lakers lead by 19.
Shooting from a rock-solid base, that gives Austin just the added range he was looking for.
The Rockets call timeout. And a new group getting ready for the Rockets. Smith, he's checked in for Adam.
Full of the gas, MP. Get in there.
Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. James passes to Finney-Smith. Back to James. Doncic finds James. And a vital mission for the NBA, mental health. Commissioner Silver has said it's the most important issue for the league.
And I applaud Adam for those comments he's made about it. I mean, the season is so difficult. It can really take a toll on your mind. So it's great the league is trying to help players out through this. And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Lakers.
Boy, this was one physical game, guys.
They obviously felt that was an advantage of theirs coming in, and they were able to be relentless inside as a result.
And it's been a phenomenal year for them. They play with so much confidence night in, night out. This notches another huge win, 65 in total.
And having this win on the books might give them a little mental advantage the next 2 times these squads meet.
The stats tell us that the winner of the first game is a big favorite to come out on top in the overall series.
And what a huge performance it was for Luka Doncic.
Yeah, and he was relentless, nonstop energy. I mean, he just never slowed down or turned off.
Here's Mr. Incredible. Shot clock at 5. From behind the arc. And the Lakers hit again from deep.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Thompson scanning the floor. Here's Van Vliet. So we see the Lakers taking the W here, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. So long, everyone.
Keep it up, MP. Keep chopping wood. MP got the job done tonight, as usual. Tough game tonight. Lock in. You were the top rookie last month.
Coming up next, the Warriors taking on the Lakers. For Golden State, a tremendous season. The second best record in the Western Conference. They know they're a good team. Lakers, Warriors, and we'll be right back for the tip-off. Two-K Sports presents Thursday night of the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will join us momentarily from the sidelines. Now we get a chance to check out the seeding out west. 4 games left on the schedule here. You take a look at Los Angeles. They are the favorite right now to lock up the #1 seed come playoff time, sitting in first place right now and not looking like they, are going to be slowing down at all. And, of course, the Warriors, right on their tail, vying to move up and take over if they get the chance.
And for the Warriors, with the regular season they've enjoyed, it has to be wondered at this point if they're the team to beat this postseason.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for them. It's Curry and Hield. The post pair for them. It's Green and Looney. And it's Payton in at the small forward. And for the Lakers, James is out there with Hachimura. Then there's Hayes. Then there's Doncic. And it's Boone at the shooting guard. So, Greg, a marquee matchup here tonight. 2 of the NBA's best teams with some of the best players.
And it's bound to be a fun one, right? There is elite talent on the floor. In this kind of a powerhouse matchup, both teams are looking to make a statement.
And the 3 ball is good. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. It's a 3-point game. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
You cannot afford to do that. When you're in an opponent's building, you got to knock down free throws. That cost them.
The Warriors shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
GP2 being a second-generation star, that comes with some challenges, but he's definitely his own man out there on the floor.
Here is Mr. Incredible. Doncic outside. A 3-pointer off the mark. Here's the Warriors with the ball. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
And their last time against this club, they really fell short at the free throw line.
Hield finds Curry. No good on the 3. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's James. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Did you see LeBron just shrug off that contact there? It's like nothing even hit him.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And I think this is a strength of this team. Solid numbers at the line across the board, 77% collectively. And to me, Draymond Green really embodies the idea of a high IQ player. He can read the opposition, predict where a play is going, and those instincts aren't something that can be easily taught to anyone.
And so it's the Lakers with it. The Warriors making the shot. Hachimura the pass to Boone. Curry against Doncic. Drops in the tray.
And we know Doncic has limitless range, but for him it's about becoming more consistent from deep.
Outside, Green. Back to Curry. It's rebounded by Doncic. Los Angeles has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And Hayes throws it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with J.J. Redick.
Now I asked him who hasn't worried out there on the floor, and his answer was Draymond Green. He told me he's a high-effort, high-IQ player who can be so effective. Right now, our plan is to stay physical with him and not let him dictate the terms out there. Of course, this means a hard-fought contest down low. Guys?
All right, David, thanks. Here's Doncic, following the basket by Stephen Curry. James looking it over. Yes, that goes in.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Warriors trail by 6. Curry with it. Last time out, he had 14 points. Hield outside. 5 on the clock. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Hachimura who brings up the ball for the Lakers. And they are on an incredible streak right now. 20 wins in a row. Amazing.
So few teams in the history of the NBA have ever put a streak like this together, so it's really impressive. My prediction, the streak continues.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Spins, and Buddy Hield is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Lenz checked in for Jackson Hayes. Vanderbilt comes in for James. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hachimura. And it's Austin Reeves in for Luka Doncic. The Warriors also with a sub. Jonathan Kuminga. He's checked in for Draymond Green. And here's Reeves outside. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
Outside, Kuminga. Payton left side. Here's the teardrop. Vanderbilt with the rebound. The Lakers on offense. They're on a 15-6 run. Finney-Smith kicks to Boone. Over Curry. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Warriors trail by 9.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Vanderbilt with the rebound.
He's been off the mark, and that hasn't helped them chip away at the lead. It's been a theme here this quarter.
Lakers working the ball around now. On the wing, Reeves. Vanderbilt setting the pick for Reeves. Back to Vanderbilt. The shot missing.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And there's the foul. It goes on Mr. Incredible. That is his first foul of the game. Outside Collins. Fires the three. Hits the three-point bomb.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Lakers lead by 6. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Los Angeles. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
LeBron James is out there with Hachimura. Then it's Austin Reeves. Then it's Connect. And it's Boone at the point. That's the Laker 5. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Thanks, Kevin. Mr. Incredible in their last matchup against the Rockets was outstanding. He scored 14 points, and he capitalized quite a few times from distance, which was huge. And this team is on a hot streak. His play is a big reason why. We'll see if that continues. Kevin?
David, we appreciate the update. Greg, he was sensational the other night, making play after play after play.
And that's what you want. Not only was the effort there, but how about the production as well.
He can do a lot of different things, so he falls into these different roles. Which will it be tonight?
As he's gotten older, LeBron has changed his body, relying a little more on that power.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And the Lakers making a change here. Doncic is checked in. Collins checked in for the Warriors. And awards now have a minimum amount of games needed to qualify. An interesting twist in this whole story.
Yeah, and it seems logical because of the uproar from the fans and the media that they implement this. And how can you be that impactful in reality, though, if you only play half the year?
Lakers leading by 6. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Back to Doncic. Pass to connect. Shot clock at 5. Here's Boone. Again, Los Angeles.
As we see Connect expand his game, Dalton will get more active as a passer.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Collins with it. Trying to find Podziemski. Gets it to him. Count that one. Podziemski's got his second bucket of the game to go.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Pass to Mr. Incredible. Shoots a 3. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got his 3rd assist on the night. Warriors trail by 9. Outside Collins. Jacks up a 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Collins has got his second bucket tonight.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Pass to Doncic. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Brent, when I think of those title teams of the Golden State Warriors, clearly you think of the Currys and Thompson, and maybe at the top of that list, the importance of Draymond Green.
Well, there's no doubt, Kevin, that the lean on for Golden State defensively and to be as good as they were on that end of the floor falls on the shoulders and the very capable ones of Draymond Green. I mean, he took on all challengers and elevated the confidence of players like Steph and Clay. So Draymond's defense, elite and leading to titles.
Mr. Incredible can't get it to go. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. It's Collins with the drive. Good D by LeBron. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Hayes is checked in for LeBron. Vanderbilt comes in for Rui Hachimura. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Connect. And it's Gabe Vincent in for Luka Doncic. Different look here for the Warriors. Kevon Looney is checked in for Trace Jackson-Davis. Gary Payton comes in for Kuminga. Hields checked in for Brandon Podziemski. And Curry subbed in for Collins.
All those things that Steph does before the game, and you think there's no way he's pulling those off in the game. Guess what? He's pulling them off in the game.
Finney-Smith passes to Boone. 46 seconds left in the second quarter. Doesn't go for him. Curry is inside. Defended by Vincent. That one's good. The Laker lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Stephen Curry. Here's Boone. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
30 seconds left in the first half of the game. Warriors trail by 6. Hield outside. Payton kicks to Green. Pass to Looney. In the corner, it's Hield. Fires the three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. And we've reached halftime in this one. Los Angeles on top, up 6. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. Player of the Month awards are in. Let's check them out. Both these guys have been monsters over the past few weeks.
Yeah, they've been lighting it up out there, Ernie. You love to have a month as hot as he is, Shaq.
Stop it, Kenny. Every month is hot for me. It doesn't matter what I'm doing.
Don't hog all the heat, Shaq. Spread it around, man.
No.
And turning our attention to the first half of our game tonight, bit of a tough start for Golden State.
My bed is the best you can buy, but it ain't as soft as their defense right now. They got to shore up that side of the ball.
I think Shaq needs a nap. Somebody's tired of watching bad D. And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Mr. Incredible with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Warriors trail by 6. And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Hield. The post pair for him. It's Green and Looney. And it's Payton and it's small forward. Here's Boone. Great D that time from Green. Warriors shooting 43% for the game. Here's Payton. They kick out to Hield. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. Rui Hachimura picks one up, and he's got his first chance at the line here. Free throw drops for Hield.
And Hield is a player who you love to see take trips to the free throw line, as consistent as he is there.
Over to the wing. Hachimura, the pass to Boone. Back to Hachimura. And here's Doncic from the arc. Drills the three-pointer. Doncic has got 8.
And we're so used to Doncic operating with the ball in his hands, but it's good to see him mix it up and work off the catch.
Pass to Looney. Golden State moving the ball around. Green deciding where to go with it. Back to Payton. Launches it. It's hauled in by Doncic.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
And another 3 for the Lakers.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He wants to talk to his guys.
Giving up a run here, can they turn it around?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a 4th?
J.J. Redick calls timeout here. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. "19 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Boone. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them. Here's Kuminga. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game with 1 on the clock. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Lakers lead by 10. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Jared Vanderbilt out there with Hayes. Then there's Mr. Incredible. Then it's Vincent. And it's Connect in at the 3. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Here's Vincent. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Warriors trail by 10. Jackson Davis finds Kuminga. Here he goes. Podziemski's shot is good.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Here is Mr. Incredible. Pass to Vanderbilt. Here is Mr. Incredible. Elbow shot. And Moody pulls it down. Here's the Warriors with the ball. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Now Jackson Davis. Vanderbilt defending. Pass to Podziemski. Just 5 to shoot. Yet right through the net. Podziemski's got 4 this quarter.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
To the wing on the left. Now Vincent. This one for 3. Hands it from downtown.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Warriors trail by 9. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. And the call will be against Gabe Vincent. That's his first foul. And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. And the Lakers with some changes. LeBron's checked in for Vanderbilt. Hachimura comes in for Connect. And Doncic is subbed in for Vincent. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the break. Now, his tone was pretty serious. He said, you guys need to prove you're in this. No one else can do it for you. Time to pour on the gas. We'll see if that fire gets lit, guys.
Thank you, David. James outside. Pass to Mr. Incredible. Floats one up. It's good. And so Curry will bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. They trail by 9 points. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Three-pointer, Payton. A rebound by the Lakers.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
LeBron can't get it to go. Warriors trail by 9. The inside game of Stephen Curry.
Curry's toughness on display inside there, just clashing inside.
Doncic kicks to Hachimura. Back to Doncic. Here's Boone. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got his 4th assist in this one. Warriors have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the 4th quarter so far. Doncic against Curry. Looney up top. Back to Curry. Shot clock at 6. Shoots over Doncic. Curry can't get it to go.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Hayes the pass to Hachimura. Pass to Doncic. And another basket for the Lakers.
Oh, nice touch on Luka's mid-range there. The product of a lot of practice time and natural talent. And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Lakers.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And one thing about this team, they never stop pushing the envelope. Fantastic year already with 65 wins, and tonight making it 66. Very impressive. The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Luka Doncic.
You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
Here's Boone, and he gets the bucket.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Here's Curry with the 3. That one, no good. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and played with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And that about wraps it up. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.
They talk the talk, but you walk the walk.
Crowd looks hyped tonight. Better come with
What's up, MP? Facing one of the heavyweights tonight.
A festive atmosphere inside the building as we bring you Friday Night Basketball on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson. With me, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. And reporting courtside, it's Allie LaForce. Let's see some of the numbers here for DeJounte Murray.
And he's been outstanding offensively as of late. These last 5 games, he's been a beast at the offensive end. A different level score than he had been earlier in the season. Let's see if he can keep it up.
All right, let's take a look at New Orleans' starting lineup. Murray and McCollum make up the talented backcourt. Then there's Zion Williamson, and it's Messi in at the 5. And for the Lakers, they've got Luka Doncic. LeBron James out there with Rui Hachimura. Then there's Jackson Hayes, and it's Mr. Incredible in at the 2. You know, on paper, this looks like a lopsided matchup, but anything could happen in the NBA, Grant.
Yeah, that is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
So the Lakers will get the first possession here. Doncic passes to Mr. Incredible. On the wing, Hachimura. Pass to Hayes. Here's Mr. Incredible. From outside the arc. Nails it from 3. And it's Murray with the ball for New Orleans. It's a 3-point game. Here's Boston. Hachimura covering. And here's McCollum. From downtown. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Chalk up 2 there.
And I love Doncic's shot selection. So smart at knowing when to shoot it.
Williamson outside. McCollum outside. And he gets the jumper to drop. McCollum's got 5. And now just over a minute played here in the first. And Grant, you look at the players the Pelicans have gone after recently. They have a clear plan.
Well, they do, B.A. They want to surround Zion with shooters, which, of course, makes sense. It's sort of the same kind of blueprint the Bucks laid out with Giannis. If you can shoot, the Pelicans have a spot for you.
Now here's Murray. And he's been a big part of their offense, averaging more than 18 points a game. Yes, it's good.
Not only a perimeter player, McCollum can go inside.
Here's James. After the Pelicans picking up a basket a moment ago. Mr. Incredible. Good. Here's Murray. And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. McCollum outside. The shot that time not on target.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
Pass to Mr. Incredible. Doncic on the wing. Clock at 6. Out to Hachimura. The 3 is up. This shot is good. Doncic making the play.
They've really come out swinging, hitting 4 of their first 5 shots.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I did briefly speak with J.J. Redick. I asked Coach how they plan to limit DeJounte Murray tonight, and he told me we have to match his energy on both ends of the court. DeJounte is a player who can create something out of nothing with the intensity that he plays with. We can expect to see a lot of hustle on the court tonight, B.A.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Doncic shot is good.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flow and rhythm to their offense.
Pelicans trail by 6. Williamson passes to Murray. McCollum on the wing. Pass to Boston to halt the run. It's hauled in by Luka Doncic.
Defensively, you pick your poison. That time, they gambled off the right guy.
And the basket by Hachimura. Hachimura's gotten his second bucket on the night.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
New Orleans calls timeout. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Lenz checked in for Hayes. Vanderbilt comes in for LeBron. Finney-Smith checked in for Hachimura. And Reeves is subbed in for Doncic. Minute 32 left in the first quarter. Here's Alvarado. He drops it from range.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's Vanderbilt. Pass to Mr. Incredible. Now here's Finney-Smith. Here's Mr. Incredible. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Robinson Earl with a rebound. McCollum against Reeves. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Austin Reeves picks one up.
And McCollum isn't afraid of contact, especially when he's being aggressive and looking to score.
Boston's checked in for New Orleans. And no luck that time either. Los Angeles leading by 5. Here's Mr. Incredible, and he dunks it down.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution, running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
And it's the Pelicans with the ball, following the score by Los Angeles. Reeves against McCollum. Good efficiency. He's drained 4 out of 5.
Oh, what a tricky shot. CJ, he's showing off now.
And we've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Mr. Incredible, no good. Pelicans trail by 5. McCollum looks around. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the first. There's the triple. Unable to get that one. The scoring is fast and furious as we end the first. Lakers ahead, leading by 5. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in a moment. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Lakers?
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
LeBron James out there with Connect. Then it's Luka Doncic. Then there's Hayes. And it's Mr. Incredible in at the 2. That's the group for the Lakers to kick off the second quarter. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks. Well, Mr. Incredible in their last matchup against the Warriors just played phenomenal. He tallied 21 points, and his range was on full display. Everything's been working for them. We'll see if they can keep it going tonight. Brian?
Yeah, spot on, Allie. He was aggressive in that game. Really took initiative.
He really made an impact, and he'll be looking to repeat that kind of performance again tonight.
I completely agree. They should go to him early. If he gets hot, I think another big game is coming.
Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he's sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Here's Boston. Nails it. And he's 1 for 5 with that one. Close them in on 2 minutes played here in the second. Pass to connect. Doncic deciding where to go with it. Here's Connect. Takes the three. And the Lakers hit again from deep.
And just unreal from outside with deep range. Connect is just knocked down.
Here's Boston. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing out.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Alvarado outside. Inside. Kick out to Brown. Rebounded by LeBron.
Surprising he didn't bury that, but hey, it happens sometimes.
Here's Doncic. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Grant.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
Here's Murray. He's scoreless. 3 minutes of action thus far in the second. Williamson with a screen on Doncic. Here's Murray. Oh, great D that time from Doncic. Los Angeles leading by 16. Pass to Mr. Incredible. He tries for 3. Knocks it down from distance. Mr. Incredible's got 16 points.
I just love the ball movement.
Here's Messi. Williamson outside to stop the run. And he bangs it home with one hand.
You can tell Zion values sharing the ball. He knows he can't win it alone out there.
Mr. Incredible passes to Hachimura. Pass to Vanderbilt. Here's Mr. Incredible. 16 points for him. 59 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Murray. And he can't bank that one in. And here's Doncic. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. And this group has reached rarefied air with the win streak underway. Now up to 21. Unbelievable.
And to go on a winning streak this long, it takes more than just talent. This team has tremendous chemistry, and these pieces complement each other so well. It's also about listening to your teammates, your coaching staff, and not letting your ego get in the way of succeeding as a group.
Here's Murray, following the score by Los Angeles. Williamson for 3, knocks down the triple. Williamson's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
And I love the confidence from Zion. He's put a lot of work into his jumper.
20 seconds left in the half. And here's Doncic outside. Drains the triple. Doncic has got 7 points here in the quarter.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Outside Murray. Oh, great D that time from Doncic. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. The Lakers on top, up 19. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment.
Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. How about we start out with the Western Conference and how those teams are stacking up?
Checking out Los Angeles. Sitting in first place, they've taken care of business. With the playoffs fast approaching, they're where they need to be.
And we'll see how that home court advantage translates down the stretch. Switching back to that first half of action, everything's been working for the Los Angeles Lakers.
In terms of efficiency, they've been on point. Incredible execution. I love the way they're playing on both ends.
Yeah, they're piling up a massive lead, partly because they're not giving anything away. Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it's been a runaway. Pelicans trail by 19. So for New Orleans right now, Murray and McCollum make up the talented backcourt. Then there's Zion Williamson, and it's Boston in at the three. The offensive rebound. Williamson for three. Doesn't go that time.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Pass to Doncic. That one goes. Count it. Doncic has got 13 now.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Now here's Williamson. Looking at his stats, he's getting just over 23 points a game. Here's Messi. There's a screen. Pass to McCollum. Shoots a fadeaway. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. 11 points in the game.
Put the first three misses behind them and finally ended their third quarter drought.
And here's Hachimura to the middle. Out to James. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. James has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Pass to Boston. Now here's McCollum. And that one good. McCollum's gotten 4 this quarter.
And he's doing everything he can offensively to lift them out of this hole. But I'm not sure his hot shooting can do it alone.
Here's Mr. Incredible. McCollum defends. Mr. Incredible. Good.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Here's Boston. Back to Murray. Good.
A bigger point guard is 6'4". Murray has no issue scoring inside.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And a chance to check out our Rookie of the Year list. Some incredible talent entering the league. He's shown us throughout the course of this season that he's at the top of his rookie class. So it's no surprise to see him in the top spot.
And there's no doubt he's the top contender. I'll be shocked if he's not lifting the Rookie of the Year trophy.
Keep going out there. No let up.
Nine seconds left to play in the third quarter here. From deep, here's Doncic. That one no good. At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead. This one may have already been decided. Lakers ahead, running away with this one. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the two-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
And from a team perspective, having your off-guard rip off passes like that, it's awesome. It shows you have guys willing to give up the rock.
Both teams making some changes here.
Get in there.
What's up, coach?
Here's Murray. Alex Len is out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Gabe Vincent. Then it's Connect. And it's Mr. Incredible in at the point guard position. That's the Laker 5. The Lakers have got 2 of 8 shots to drop in the final quarter. Vincent outside. There's a screen by Lynn. Drops in the 3. Vincent's got 9 points here in the second half.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
And again, New Orleans no good. Los Angeles has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Here's Mr. Incredible. And you look around the league, we're witnessing a changing of the guard, Richard. A lot of young teams on the rise.
I think so. LeBron, Curry can only rule the roost for so long. Eventually, that torch has to be passed.
McCollum's shot is off.
Got a good look there, but just not able to hit from the mid-range.
Here's Mr. Incredible. Off the mark there with a 3. And so it's Williamson who brings up the ball for New Orleans. Murray from outside. Out to McCollum. Three-pointer. Len pulls it in.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
Pass to Mr. Incredible. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Mr. Incredible's got 22 points.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Lakers.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, B.A., just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And add another one to the books for them. They've been on cruise control all year long, and now they've just won their 67th game this year.
And they have to feel pretty good about themselves, taking the first 2 games of the season between these teams.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency from Mr. Incredible.
And he was getting buckets all night long, giving the defense that work.
40 seconds left in the game. Outside Finney-Smith. Fires the 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
There's 18 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Williamson. And he can't jam it through. Vincent passes to Mr. Incredible. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
So we see the Lakers taking the W here. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
And that about wraps it up. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Great win tonight, MP. Solid effort tonight on both ends. Surprisingly loud crowd tonight. This should be a good. These are the games you have to win to be taken seriously.
Hey, MP, how's it going?
Man, I'm good, bro. But you know I still want that jersey, though.
You want to try again, huh?
Of course.
I'm not sure about all that, but let's go.
Hey, I got you this time.
We'll
We'll see.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. And now the Lakers starting group. They've got Dorian Finney-Smith. LeBron James is out there with Jackson Hayes. Then there's Mr. Incredible, and it's Doncic in at the 1. And for Oklahoma City, the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3 spot. There has been a lot of discussion about the length of the NBA season, GA. Do you think 82 games is the right number?
Well, I do. It's worked well for over 50 years, so why change it? And if we do change it, it affects records and how we compare the game across eras.
And it's going to be Los Angeles off the tip. LeBron outside. Hayes with the screen for LeBron. Buries it from three-point range.
This is why LeBron's so tricky to defend. Yes, he has the strength to go inside and finish, but he's also got such touch from behind the arc.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Now, here's Doncic. Last game we saw him score 13. Just 5 on the clock. Banked in off the glass.
Yeah, Doncic is used to and accustomed to all this contact. In fact, you get the sense he loves and relishes this kind of play.
You know, Doris, every so often there are guys that come along that you can build a franchise around, and Luka Doncic seems to be one of them.
There's no question, Kevin, and if I were putting a team around Luka Doncic, I'd want to have multiple vertical threats at the rim and shooters at every other position, because at that point, Luka is unguardable. And LeBron makes that insane dribble move look so effortless. What a showman he is.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. The kick out to Williams. Sinks the triple.
If you let Jalen Williams get to his spots in the catch and shoot, good night, folks.
Lakers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Here's Boone. His 3-pointers off the mark. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Here we are sizing up GA. Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
That's good from Williams. When you talk about Jalen Williams, Doris, is it fair to say this guy has superstar-level potential?
Without a doubt, Kevin. Jalen Williams is a 3-level scorer. He's fearless in the clutch. He has the hunger to keep improving, and he can be a lockdown defender. He's got all the tools to reach the level you're talking about.
And LeBron James gets it to go.
80% from the field to start, playing with a ton of confidence.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks. Mark Daigneault and I got a chance to talk for a bit. Now, if you think Luka Doncic is a problem, you're right. Coach told me he reads the situation as well as anyone. We'll try to give him different looks. The goal is just to slow him down and try to make someone else beat us. We'll see where it ends up. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks so much, David. Here we are, 2 games left before the start of the playoffs. Let's take a look at the possible field. You take a look at Los Angeles. What a run they've had this year, in first place and charging seemingly at will toward the postseason. These guys have been outstanding. And, of course, the Oklahoma City Thunder. Right now, they're 5 spots below them.
And I think for the Lakers, they've come through for their fans this season. All the optimism surrounding them, all the high hopes, all proved to be legit.
Well, how about the momentum they have built to get off to this fantastic start? All positive vibes right now for this group.
From beyond the arc, the shot's good from Hayes.
Well, that's just a good possession. Dorian Finney-Smith moving the ball. He's been working on that aspect of his game.
Williams kicks to Holmgren. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Pass to LeBron. And here's Doncic from the arc. And another 3 for the Lakers.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Looking at Oklahoma City, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Rockets in Houston.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Finney-Smith with it. He's guarded by Williams. Pass to Mr. Incredible. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And checking out some numbers for Aaron Wiggins.
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved, a sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Jang, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Holmgren. Isaiah Joe, he's checked in for Dort. And it's Alex Caruso in for Gilgeous-Alexander. James, no good. Thunder trailing by 3. Pass to Caruso. Outside Williams. Wiggins, that's a screen for Williams. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. And so it's Hachimura who brings up the ball for Los Angeles. And this group is about as formidable as they come. 22 wins in a row. It's just remarkable.
Almost mind-boggling that you could string together brilliant basketball over such a sustained period of time. Think about the focus that they have to bring nightly. Think about the commitment to grinding it out every single night, regardless of your opponent. Just absolutely incredible stuff.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Lakers lead by 3. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center right after this. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
They've got Isaiah Joe. Williams is out there with Aaron Wiggins. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Caruso in at the 3 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, Kevin. Mr. Incredible in their last matchup against New Orleans lit up the floor. He scored 24 points, and the way he shot the ball from deep was incredible, making a number of 3 balls. This team is playing really well right now. They're playing for each other and working hard to get every win. Kevin will want to keep it going tonight.
All right, David, thanks. It's going to be interesting to see how he follows up that performance.
Yeah, he was the driving force behind that victory, but each night comes with different challenges.
What you love about this guy, though, is even when the defense adjusts to what he's doing, he'll make an adjustment right back. He is always ready with a counter.
Doris, I know the NBA is considering using technology to help officiate out of bounds and goaltending. Do you have a problem with that?
You know, Kev, at the end of the day, I think it is about getting the calls right. If there's a way to lift the load off these officials, even if it's around the margins, why not try it?
Caruso, and 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. In the corner, Vanderbilt with it. Pass to Mr. Incredible. And it's good off the back rim and in. Mr. Incredible's got the lead up to 7 now for Los Angeles. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Lakers have gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. Vanderbilt inside. He's against Wiggins. The shot's good from Vanderbilt.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
Here are the Lakers with the ball. It's been 8 unanswered points for them. Well, the ascension of Jalen Williams, Doris, has been swift and very fun to watch.
Oh, absolutely, Kevin. He became very quickly in his second season a number 2 option and, frankly, borderline 1A option. And it's not just his offensive game, Kevin. This guy has become a stout defender. He's got the perfect NBA frame, and he fits in personality-wise. Gilgeous-Alexander becoming more and more reliable as a jump shooter. With everything else in his game, look out. And
a new group in here for the Thunder. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Chet Holmgren comes in for Aaron Wiggins. Alan Williams is checked in for Alex Caruso. And it's Dort in for Isaiah Joe. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Hayes is checked in for Len. James comes in for Vanderbilt. Connect, he's checked in for Hachimura. And Doncic is subbed in for Austin Reeves. Williams kicks to Dort. To the inside. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. And now just a 5-point Laker lead. LeBron passes to Boone. And it's Connect in the corner. Lets it go with a three. And James gets it to go on the assist by Connect.
Oh, the rhythm and timing for LeBron James. No hesitation off the catch. You love to see it.
And they pick up 2. Williams has got 10 points.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Here's LeBron. LeBron going to work inside.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Alex Caruso. He's checked in for Oklahoma City. And they're on the 2K leaderboard of the teams that have been tormenting opponents defensively this month. The Lakers, number 1.
And they've just been on a defensive tear. I mean, allowing so few points. And really, I think it's the energy with which they've played.
56 seconds left to play here in the half. Hartenstein finds Caruso. Outside Williams. It's Dort on the wing. Caruso, the pass to Holmgren. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Lakers leading by 8. Pass to Mr. Incredible. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. He's got 5.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Williams. It's deflected. Here's Boone. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Hello and welcome. LeBron James in the spotlight again. He has been getting it done.
We've seen this movie before, LeBron dictating the pace of the game, and when his shot is falling, there is nothing you can do defensively.
Yeah, and if you try to double him, he finds the open man as fast as anyone.
And let's move on to the race for Rookie of the Year. A lot of young talent in the league this season.
These guys have made a great case all season long, Shaq, and now they're processing things even faster, making even better decisions. That's impressive.
Yeah, if your front office selected any one of these guys, you can say you won the draft.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more Hoops action.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been a clinic out there by James.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look they wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Thunder trailing by 11. So for the Lakers right now, Dorian Finney-Smith is out there with James. Then there's Mr. Incredible. Then there's Hayes. And it's Doncic in at the point. Here's Hartenstein. They grab their own miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And so it's Dort with it. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. Well, DB, it didn't take long, did it, for Holmgren to live up to his draft status?
Holmgren, Kevin, was an immediate impact player on both ends of the floor. At his size, to be able to shoot with range and the rim protection he provides, it was absolutely worth the wait for his team. This young man has got a toughness that has shocked even me.
Back to Hayes. LeBron outside. 4 on the shot clock. Lets it go from the wing. Shot's good by Mr. Incredible. That's 7 points for Mr. Incredible.
But you know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Chet Holmgren has a slender frame, but he's determined to still protect the rim. Coach Daigneault said he'll get dunked on 10 straight times if that's what the game calls for. He paused and then added, he won't actually get dunked on 10 straight times. He's going to get a couple of those too. Kevin, he certainly will.
I agree. David, he is fearless. It's his first trip to the line.
And the free throws have been dropping for him at a rate of about 77% on the season. The feel LeBron has for the game, unreal. Whatever situation he finds himself in, he always seems to have an answer.
Hachimura, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Williams looking over the floor. Pass to Holmgren. No good from outside.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
Lakers passing it around. Here is Mr. Incredible. Good work there as it goes. Mr. Incredible's got the lead up to 14 now for the Lakers. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
Boy, this guy is an absolute force of nature on the offensive end. SGA, I don't know what the defense is going to do with you.
To the left side wing. Up top, Doncic. Defended by Dort. Doncic outside. Shoots over Dort. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. An easy 2 points on the layup. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 17 now.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Third quarter action in just under 3.5 minutes have gone. James in the high post. To the paint. Here's Doncic. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Dort. For the Thunder, Wiggins comes in for Isaiah Hartenstein. And it's Alex Caruso in for Chet Holmgren. The Lakers also changing it up. Vanderbilt's checked in for James. And it's Connect in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's covered by Boone.
Sometimes teams are not afraid to take it straight at Hachimura. He sends it back on that opportunity.
Doncic, no good.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Nice move. Luka Doncic grabs the miss. Doncic has got his 6th rebound on the night. Hachimura finds Doncic. With the teardrop, and he sinks the layup. He's got 10.
How about the touch on the floater? Luka Doncic, so versatile.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Wiggins. Outside, Dort. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Doncic outside. Down low. And the dunk by Hachimura.
Oh, Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the Bunnies. And so it's Los Angeles, riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. Don't go anywhere. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the...
New group in here for the Thunder. Hartenstein's checked in for Jones. Holmgren comes in for Aaron Wiggins. Jalen Williams is checked in for Alex Caruso. And it's Dort in for Isaiah Joe. The Lakers also making some changes. LeBron's checked in for Vanderbilt. Doncic comes in for Austin Reeves. And it's Mr. Incredible in for Gabe Vincent. Hayes dishes to Doncic. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and Hayes throws it down.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Misses from close range.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Pass to Finney-Smith.
Right here.
James, a screen on Holmgren. Doncic with it. Ron right side. Here's Boone. And it's off from three-point range. Thunder trailing by 19.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Lakers.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game, and I think ultimately that earned the W.
And in what's been a tremendous year tonight, another example, and they'll push their amazing win total on the season to 68. An outstanding season we've watched this team play.
And after dropping game 1 in this matchup, they managed to take the second of a 3-game season series. No question, that's a morale booster.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for LeBron.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Shots good by Mr. Incredible.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And, Greg, in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Hey, man, I know. Sorry you came up short again, bro. Since you seem to be a fan, I'm going to get the jersey anyways. That's what's up, man. I appreciate it. I'm competitive, but I'm a nice guy. No hard feelings.
Okay, then. That's how we stand on business.
You ready to give these fans what they paid for?
Fans live for games like this one.
And there is a very engaging atmosphere of fans getting ramped up outside the arena. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson with Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. Allie LaForce with us on the sidelines. Let's check in on the Western Conference standings as the race to the playoffs continues. You look at the Lakers. They have looked in control all season long, aren't showing any signs of taking their foot off the gas anytime soon. And, of course, the Thunder, 5 spots from the top.
Right now, for the Thunder, they won't have home court advantage in the playoffs, and lots of people thought they'd be able to host first-round games.
Well, regardless of whatever spot they have, I look for them to be as dangerous as ever in the postseason.
Here are the 5 for the Lakers. They've got Hayes, LeBron James out there with Rui Hachimura. Then it's Luka Doncic, and it's Mr. Incredible in at the 2. And for Oklahoma City, some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3. And this game could be meaningful for both teams, Clark, in terms of playoff position.
I think you're right, and that's why I expect a real heated battle. I mean, no team wants to back into the playoffs. You want to come in on an uptick and playing good basketball.
Now here's Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. It's good.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
Doncic passes to Hayes. On the wing, Hachimura. James, right side. Six to shoot. Buries it down low.
Well, that's exactly where LeBron wants to go. Almost unstoppable once he gets the ball in the painted area.
And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. About a minute played here so far in the first. Can't get it to drop. Good D by Doncic. And now we go to Allie LaForce, who had a chance to talk with Mark Daigneault.
And I asked about LeBron James and how his team plans to stop him. He said, I told our guys that we can't give him any lanes to the rim, because when that happens, everything else in his game opens up. We need to clog every avenue to the basket. Guys, let's see if they're able to execute this strategy.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The Lakers getting their last shot to go. 2 points. That one goes.
Yeah, and Gilgeous-Alexander is a fighter. Someone that challenges the defense and bullies his way through contact.
Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
Now here's Dort. His stats right now averaging 9 points a game. Pulls up. The Lakers for the rebound. And their ongoing winning streak has been the top story in the league lately. A stunning 23 straight victories so far.
And what's crazy about it is the teams they've knocked off. I mean, they have been dominating during this stretch. It's basically been the whole league that has felt the wrath of this crew. They're in the conversation now for one of the all-time great teams. They've got the target on the back, but it doesn't seem to bother them one iota. All they do is continue to win.
And it's Holmgren missing.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
James passes to Mr. Incredible. The shot's good on the assist by James. Mr. Incredible's got 5. About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Dort outside. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Holmgren with a screen on Doncic. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander buries it from 3. He has 7.
And credit his teammates for feeding him all quarter.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. James, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Hits the trifecta.
Boy, Doncic showing you his competitiveness right there with the back-at-you 3. The revenge triple.
Pass to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And here's Hartenstein. He's defended by Hayes. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Puts the move on. Doncic pulls down the board. The Lakers lead by 5. Knocks it loose. On the wing, Hachimura. James against Holmgren. James, right side. Count that one.
Fighting through contact. Not easy trying to corral LeBron when he's focused on scoring. Good luck with that.
Outside, Williams. Pass to Hartenstein. Now here's Dort. Williams from long range. It's Hayes with the rebound. Here are the Lakers now. They're on a 14-5 run. Gilgeous-Alexander against Doncic. The 3 is up. And another 3 for the Lakers.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. It's Los Angeles leading by 10. Don't go away. We'll be We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. What do you guys think about Los Angeles here in this one?
Great offensive energy in that period. They're clearly on a mission.
Yeah, I agree. That was a flawless offensive performance so far. I mean, the shots have been falling. They're making good decisions. That's a nice recipe there.
Isaiah Joe is out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And then it's Alex Caruso. And then it's Aaron Wiggins. And it's Jang in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Oklahoma City, getting going in the second. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, Mr. Incredible in their last matchup against the Thunder really lit up the floor. He added 11 points and made an effort to share it with his guys, too. And while he's certainly been great, so has this team. They're clicking on all cylinders. This looks like a team in sync, B.A.
Yeah, spot on, Allie. He was aggressive in that game. Really took initiative.
He really made an impact, and he'll be looking to repeat that kind of performance again tonight.
Yeah, I agree. They really need him. I mean, they need his energy, and they need his talent on the floor.
From deep, Reeves. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 9. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. And the shot is good. Dropping it off the front of the rim.
Sweet-looking jumper from the mid-range. I mean, Gilgeous-Alexander just making it look easy.
Harden. Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Wiggins. And Williams is subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to James. Tries it from 16. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic. James has got 6 points.
LeBron's skill level is so great. I mean, that mid-range is not his go-to, but he can do it all, so it looks like it's part of his go-to.
Here's Dort. And again, unable to change momentum here. The Lakers lead by 16. Doncic on the wing to the paint. Here's Mr. Incredible. Missed inside.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Outside, Williams. Caruso outside. Hey, expanding his range. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And their offense seems to be coming around. Now they're shooting upwards of 50% from the field.
And, you know, that's a really good sign. I mean, they stumbled out of the gate, but they're starting to look a little better now and regaining some ground.
For 3, James on target from range. 9 points in the game.
That's a big turnaround right there. LeBron answering right back with the 3. He knows momentum is in the balance, and he wants it to swing his way.
Back to Dort. From deep three-point land. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Los Angeles in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the break. Building this lead up in large part because of how well they're shooting it. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
Hey, everybody. Psst. I got a secret. We're approaching the playoffs, and we are starting the show with a breakdown of the Western Conference standings.
And taking a look at Oklahoma City, they've come up a little short of expectations. The talent is unquestioned, but their focus has been wavered. The consistency just hasn't been there. That said, I sure wouldn't want to meet them in the playoffs, though.
And let's move on now to that first half. Obviously, a lot of work to do for the Thunder.
This is the worst kind of basketball. No flow to the offense. Just jacking up shots.
So what's with this game plan? I mean, what are they trying to accomplish out there?
If it's getting an earful from the coach, I'd say mission accomplished. Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
And this is a star-driven league, but talk about the importance of role players, Grant.
Oh, B.A., a lot of times they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you'll get from your stars, but when the X factor ignites, that can make the difference.
And so in the game for the Lakers, Rui Hachimura is out there with LeBron James. Then it's Luka Doncic, then there's Jackson Hayes, and it's Mr. Incredible in at the 2 spot. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Chet Holmgren makes up for his light frame with aggression. He said, quote, "You don't have to take a second look at me now to know that I'm not the biggest dude width-wise, so I have to hit first. Otherwise, the game's not going to go in my favor when things get physical," unquote. Brian, you agree?
I do, and you can tell he just refuses to back down, Allie.
Luka Magic has been on display tonight. He is in full control, piling up the points.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Doncic. Pass to Holmgren. Now Williams. Holmgren with a screen on Hachimura. Williams. Rebounded by LeBron.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
Here's Mr. Incredible. And he banks in the layup. Mr. Incredible's got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And that's a miss. 8 for 14 on the night. Doncic outside. And he lobs it up top. And finished off by Hayes.
Another great pass from Doncic. You pretty much expect him to tally double-digit assists every game.
Thunder trail by 20. And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Yeah, they're hoping to turn things around with this timeout.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
Some changes now for the Lakers. Vanderbilt's checked in for Hayes. Finney-Smith comes in for Hachimura. And Reeves is subbed in for Luka Doncic. Holmgren finds Hartenstein. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Tight defense on him.
Since halftime, they've missed 3 of their first 4 shots. Still trying to get their legs under them.
And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kickability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Outside, Williams. Over Finney-Smith. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
Only 20% from the field to start this half. To me, it looks like their opponent may have made some nice adjustments.
Yep, that one's good. Mr. Incredible's got 9.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And another miss by Oklahoma City.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
James, a screen on Holmgren. And here's Vanderbilt from the arc. Gets the 3 to fall. Vanderbilt's got his 2nd basket of the night.
Well, I like the setup there. LeBron with the nice pick.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Timeout called. The Thunder. Caruso, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. And the Lakers also making a switch. Connects checked in for James. .152 left in the third quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. He's got 17. Pass to Dort. Now here's Williams. He's marked by Finney-Smith. 5 on the clock. To win the drought. Williams misses.
He's been an absolute non-factor. Zero factor this game. Just a horrible performance from him.
Here's Mr. Incredible. Williams grabs the board.
There's no way that's the best look this offense can produce.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
And Gilgeous-Alexander understands this team wants him to be aggressive on offense. Love watching him go to work.
Outside Reeves. Vanderbilt with a screen. Reeves, the pass to Vanderbilt. Here's Mr. Incredible. The 3-ball. And Los Angeles, another 3.
1 triple for him in the first half. Now he's hit another.
There's 45 seconds left in the third. Pass to Dort. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 19 points in the game. Tries the spin move. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
You're making it look easy. Gilgeous-Alexander is so skilled, the ball on a string, and we see him do this time and time again.
And here's Connect outside. Sends it home from three-point land. Connect's got 5.
That's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander on the drive. Ooh, another miss by Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Mr. Incredible. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a commanding lead to end the quarter. 27 points, looking good. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. More 2K action in just a moment. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to...
Getting ready for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Chet Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. Williams is checked in for Caruso. And it's Dort in for Joe. James against Holmgren. Dort outside. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. And the league has made it clear, Grant, it sees streaming at the forefront of basketball viewing going forward.
Well, B.A., it's a no-brainer. The internet is the future, after all, and streaming opens a lot more options for engaging with fans while they watch.
Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City. They get it again. Pass to Hayes. And here's Hachimura. Just 5 on the clock. Fades away. That one's good from James on the assist from Hachimura.
The mid-range jumper has really been a vital part of LeBron's game in the second half of his career.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8 here in this quarter.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Hayes, the pass to Hachimura. Counted from distance.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot misses. Oh, great D that time from Doncic.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Lakers.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And this is one of the best teams we have ever seen. 69 wins this year. Wow.
And that's an important win. You never like to lose 2 in a row to a team, especially if you only see them 3 times.
Most definitely. I mean, going down 2-0 would have made their third and final meeting of the season really difficult to win, but now they'll go into it with confidence and really liking their chances.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Luka Doncic.
It's hard to think of a part of a game where he didn't play a major role, mentally, physically. I mean, he showed us what he's capable of when he's feeling his best.
Hachimura outside. Here's James. And he lays it up and in.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
Pass to Dort. Holmgren with it. Over to the left wing. Here's Hartenstein. That one doesn't drop. So we see the Lakers taking the W here. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Okay then, that's how we stand on business.
Great win tonight, MP.